Jenna here for our first Summer Reading Club teen program. We had so much fun doing Nailed It, Failed It. I believe it was last summer. We did cake pops. This year I wanted to bring it back with something a little different. We're gonna do Rice Krispie Treat Edition. So that's what we're coming to bring you guys. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the first slide. As you can see, we have two examples. You can make Santas and emojis. You could just make Santas, or you could just make a lot of emojis. Totally up to you. We want you to submit pictures of your work in the comment section of this video by the end of the day on the 18th. Okay, so you guys have from now until next Thursday, end of the day. So I will look at all of them on Friday, and then that way I can comment on which ones are some of my favorites, and then Adam and I are going to take our turn making our own creations, and we'll have those to show you guys at that next video. So the next video will be next Friday, when we will kind of talk about what you guys did. We can go through some of the comments, and then you'll see what he and I come up with. We'll see who's better at it. I don't actually know. I'm actually not a great decorator, so he might be better at it. I know he's really good at cooking. I don't know if he's good at decorating. We'll see. All right, so let's start off with the general Rice Krispie treat recipe. Guys, this is so easy. I'm gonna put up a slide of what you're gonna need to make your own Rice Krispies. If you don't wanna make your own Rice Krispies, then you could buy those pre-packaged Rice Krispie treats, and that would work for Santa because those are rectangular in size. Those would not work for the emojis. The emojis, you would have to make your own Rice Krispies and cut them into circles. So if you wanna make your own for Santa or emojis, then you're gonna need to follow this recipe. So you're gonna need 6 cups Rice Krispies, or you know what, save some money, get the off-brand cereal, it doesn't matter, as long as it's kind of that puffed Rice Krispie type cereal. 3 tablespoons of butter, 1 package of large marshmallows, or 4 cups of mini marshmallows. I just always grab a bag of the big ones. Brand doesn't matter there either. You're gonna need a stovetop, so definitely make sure an adult is aware that you're doing some cooking. You're gonna need some cooking spray, a large saucepan, some type of spoon, something that's not gonna stick terribly to these, so plastic, silicone, or wooden. A large cookie sheet with edges, or a 9x13 pan. If you are gonna be making the Santas, then you could get away with the 9x13 pan. If you're gonna be making the emojis, I recommend the cookie sheet with the edges because they need to be a little bit thinner. And then wax paper is optional. That's what I use to press down to get the Rice Krispies into the pan at the very end. In a large saucepan, you're gonna melt that butter over low heat. You're gonna add the marshmallows once it's melted and stir completely until they're melted. You gotta be patient, so maybe listen to some Pandora, some Spotify while you're melting. Then, once it's done, you gotta remove it from the heat. That's really important because it would burn. So once they're all done melting, move them from the heat. Go ahead and have your cereal ready, already measured out. I've done that before, I've made that mistake. You really wanna get it in there super fast. Add your 6 cups of the cereal. Stir until all the cereal is well coated. Then, using a buttered spatula or wax paper, you're gonna dump all of your Rice Krispie mix into a pan that's been coated with the cooking spray or that cookie sheet. And just go ahead and press it down in there. That's why I like the wax paper. And then all you gotta do is let it cool before you cut them. Okay, so does that sound good? Rice Krispies are really easy to make. If you didn't get all of that, if you do buy the Rice Krispie box, you can check, and usually it's the ingredients are on the side of the box, or you can always Google it again. So that's how you make your Rice Krispies. So let's move forward with our the different challenges. So let's talk about Santa first and what you're gonna need. For Santa, you're gonna need to bake your Rice Krispies and cut them into rectangular shapes, or go ahead and buy those prepackaged Rice Krispies that are already rectangular size. I mean, if it's a true Nailed It, Failed It, I guess you should make your own. That's kind of part of the challenge, but listen, you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. So if you gotta buy yours, I don't care. Okay, so then you're gonna need some white baking chips, and you're gonna melt these guys. Some white baking chips, or some like white chocolate that melts well. And then you're gonna need some red sprinkles, okay? You're gonna need some shredded coconut. I've got that right here. Adam is allergic to coconut, actually. I don't think he's allergic to just touching it, but you can use coconut for the beard, or you could use white sprinkles or something called white sanding sugar if you'd rather for Santa's beard. And then you're gonna get some candy eyes, and they sell these anywhere. They look like literally little eyeballs. And then you're gonna need some red and white sugar pearls, okay guys? And they're literally these little balls that are kind of shiny, and you'll need red and white ones for Santa's nose and hat. That's all you need. I'm not gonna tell you anything else because you guys have to figure out the steps of how to make the Rice Krispies and how to decorate them, okay? That's as far as I'm gonna take you, just showing you the supplies that you need. So that's all you need for Santa, all right? So now we're gonna move on to the emojis. For the emojis, you're gonna need your Rice Krispies laid out either on a pan or that cookie sheet to kind of get them a little bit thinner. And definitely add yellow food coloring when you make them. That's gonna make them look more like those emoji faces and less like, what are those oatmeal, what are those called? Oatmeal cake, not oatmeal cakes, rice cakes, those rice cakes, okay? So add some yellow food coloring while you're making those Rice Krispies. Then guys, all you need for the emojis are some of these bags of icing. These are actually cookie icing. I have no idea how this is gonna go, but I bought these because they already came with the piping tip. You guys need piping tips, okay? So you are gonna need icing in the colors of black, white, red, and pink. And then they also say blue. I guess blue if you wanted to do anything that has like the teardrops. I just didn't go ahead and buy blue, so we just won't do one of those. So that's just icing, and then make sure you get something that has the piping tip, or if you already have the piping tip, you could probably get different types of icing. You know, you just need it to be able to come out pretty well to get the kind of shapes that you want. And that's all you need for the emoji one. Guys, that's it. Easy in theory. We will see when we start making them how easy they are. Usually these types of things take a steady hand and a lot of patience. So I'm very curious to see how ours go and how yours go. All you need to do is you've got a little less than a week to make yours. So go take some time to make them. Guys, it's nailed it, failed it. They do not need to look professional. I just want to have fun with it. I want you guys to try something new. They're going to taste delicious either way. You know, it's a win-win. So post in the comment section of this video. We want to see your creations. So post what you make. If you're using your parents' account, then you can feel free to say your name and age if you want to. And we'd love to see what you create. So then come back next week and you'll see our creations and we'll get to talk about some of yours. Thanks, guys. Happy baking and decorating. Good luck.